The Mississippi State Bulldogs. Guys, welcome back to episode of my NCAA series. We take a look at different intros over the last 25 years in NCAA. And today we have the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Shout out to the comment section down below for suggesting this one. As, of course, this is a request-only series. So as you request teams, we will go ahead and do so. We still have some more teams on the docket, though, so if you've already requested a team, you don't have to comment again. I've already have it in my notes at which team we're doing next. With that being said, of course, I love dogs. I think everyone loves dogs, so the fact that, you got the Bulldogs here, it's just fun, man. And also, the mascot is a bulldog, so it kind of just makes it all much better. With that being said, this is the place that Dak Prescott went to college. Okay, now let's talk about some better players. Montez Sweat went here. I'm just kidding, Cowboys fans. Preston Smith went there. Who else we got? Nobody who is really known in the NFL as a very successful player. Denico Autry went there. Pernell McPhee. There's actually William Gay, Willie Gay Jr., Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons is actually pretty good. Gabe Jackson. Yeah, the list is not very long. I'll be honest with you. But again, a lot of these colleges, the list aren't really that crazy when it comes to these, like how many players make it to the NFL. Because sometimes some colleges only produce like one or two really amazing, talented NFL players. Some colleges produce a crap ton. It really comes down to just the player and how good the players end up being. So it's not always, colleges, they're going to produce as best talent as they can, right? That's kind of how it works. With that being said, we do have Go. Okay, these thing where they do this always confuse me. Because I feel like I'm illiterate as all heck when they do these things. Okay, so it says go, go, go. No, go, go, M. Are they going to just spell out Michigan or Mississippi State? Yeah, I don't know. They always confuse the heck out of me. I feel like a freaking 3-year-old child when I'm trying to read those. it never works out for me. All right, so I have a better list here. Eldon Jenkins went to Mississippi State. And Eldon Jenkins is actually a starter. Charles Cross is also a starter in the league. Darius Slay went to... Wait. Wow. Darius Slay went to Michigan State. Okay. He's a starter. Jeffrey Simmons. We talked about Marcus Banks. He's a second-string free safety for the Bucks. Logan Cookie. Montez Sweat. Martin Emerson Jr., starter for the Brownies. He went to Mississippi State. So there are a lot of actually pretty good players. I wasn't looking at the full list, apparently. Chris Jones went there. Okay, so we got Chris Jones as well. I don't know. I got to stop looking at Google for the list. Because for some reason, when I use Google for the list, it doesn't give me all the good players. Although there are some players who go from one college to another. So they might start at Mississippi State and then transfer to another college. We're seeing that a lot more with the transfer portal. But, okay, so there are some really decent players, actually. Richardson, cornerback for the Raiders, went there. Emmanuel Forbes, former first-round pick for the Commanders, went there. Willie Gay, we talked about that. Yeah, okay, so there are some really good starters. And then, obviously, we have stuff this year as well. Looks like, did they go 2-10 overall last year? Mississippi State? It says 0-8 in the conference, standing 16th place. Okay, so I think they had a bad year. I'm going to go with. Potentially, they had a bad year. With that being said, as always, when it comes to this stuff, there isn't NIL deals. And, Lordy, cannot speak. We just recently got NIL deals in the last couple years. So way back in NCAA 12, 13 time periods, even 10, and below that, they couldn't use the player's likeness, the player's name, or anything when it comes to the player. So that's why you see, it says impact player number 15, running back, because they couldn't actually use the actual information of the player because they weren't getting paid. Nowadays, they get paid millions of dollars, so they can really do whatever the heck they want, which, completely changed the whole platform, I feel like, of college football. Guys actually now will stay in college football for longer because they're getting paid really good money. And if they go to the NFL, who knows? Maybe they go to the NFL, they end up being bust. They're not that good, and they don't work out. Well, you're probably going to get paid more money just staying in college. I mean, there's a lot of players from, college who were really successful in college, some of the best players in college. They go to the NFL, and it doesn't work out for them. Maybe it's injuries. Maybe it's just the game speed. Maybe it's whatever. They go to the NFL, and they don't, transfer correctly. And they could have made more money in college nowadays. So you're going to see a lot of these colleges, a lot of these kids in college, stay in college. So, sometimes it's better to stay in college and make more money. Anyway, we do have NCAA 13 here, which as always starts off very weirdly because it starts off with this player stretching intro. It doesn't actually get into the intro until the very end of this intro, which is always interesting. But I'm thinking about if I could recognize any player, but I don't think I'm going to. Because I don't watch Mississippi State. And this video, apparently I'm having a hard time even speaking. I don't know why. Alright, so here's the actual intro of NCAA 13. And let's see. So far, I don't think we have seen the Bulldog. By the way, little side note here. I'm trying my best in this video to not talk about the mascot as much, because I talked about him way too much last video. I do love the mascots, and that's what my favorite thing to see is in the game is mascots. But so far, we have not seen any Bulldog mascots, so I'm kind of disappointed, man. I'm 7 minutes into this video, and I only clicked on it so I could see the, Mississippi State mascot. And I saw 0 of it. Okay, so players running out of the tunnel. It's so weird how some colleges in NCAA in the past have the inside of the locker room and they go so detailed with that. But then other colleges just have the tunnels. Which I wonder if EA Sports, if the colleges kind of told EA, hey, when you do our intro, show the inside of our locker room because it makes our college look better. I feel like that's a thing. Maybe I'm incorrect, but I feel like that's low-key a thing. All right, so now we got NCAA 14, which is just a very interesting movie reel of random things going on. So you have just Hail State, #Hail State, and that's pretty much that. I don't like NCAA 14's intro. Great game, by the way. Absolute great game. But just the intro is, it's mid. All right, so no mascot. This is the second video where we don't get a good mascot part of it. Kind of getting disappointed in some of these colleges. All right, so now we're about to get into College Football 25, the latest and greatest in the college football atmosphere. And the first time they're able to use names and likeness and stuff like that. All right, come on. Give me a Bulldog. I want to see a Bulldog mascot. Come on, College Football 25. Don't disappoint. And I don't think we're going to see one, boys. I think we're cooked, boys. We're cooked. Yeah, there's just no way we're going to see an intro like that. I mean, with a Bulldog. It is what it is. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Make sure to like and subscribe button down below if you are indeed new. Again, if you have not requested a team yet, you can request it down below. Peace out.